Hey, how's it going?
3, 2, 1.
Woo! Yeah!
I don't really understand it. I'm kind of oh, knocking boots. Okay, I get it. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that Gramps didn't bring back Cream. I feel like that would have been a really good way to honor BC and honor the champs from last season. But hey, I guess it's good to form your own legacy at the same time. So props to Gramps for taking over the team on short notice either way. Bit of a dangerous situation here off the bat. Oof. Yeah, the juke juice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is. I don't want to say this is going to be a walk in the park for the Knockin boosts, but I think they should pretty easily get a sweep here. I mean, they do have Hay Bunny, and they have Carp, who's an experienced captain, and he's been around for a long time, but I just think Knockin Boosts is going to have too much talent here. I mean, Gramps leading the way. Balayam, who was who I coached last season on the Night's Watch and absolutely killed it in the playoffs when he showed up and helped us out in the B team playoffs, and Bamboozler, who's spent a season learning under Curry and Yak for Holden Gate, and obviously Psychic, who had an all-star season teaming up with BC last year. I just think that's too much talent to overcome. I really do see these guys as the favorites in the Western Conference, but that's just me. People give Gramps trouble, or the people don't think he's going to be a great captain or whatever. I feel like that's people who don't know him very well, and they're mainly basing that off of the fact that he's never actually captained before. So he is a first-time captain, but I can tell you he helped us out a lot with our draft preparation for Croman and I's ALTP team. The Night's Watch, and he's been at Night's Watch practices, and he really knows his map strats. He really knows how to talk to newer players and how to talk to younger players. I've been really impressed with his ability to teach and his ability to show people how to play, because not every good Tag Pro player is going to be a good teacher. It takes patience and the ability to break things down and not just say get good, you fucking scrub. So. Yeah, and I mean, even if he is a little raw at captaining, he can at the very least put a quality product out there on the field in terms of A-team, because he is not only technically skilled, but he's got some of the best situational awareness that I've seen, especially for a central player. He is taking at least this season off. I don't know I've heard rumors that he might come back at some point. I don't know if it's a permanent retirement, but he is not competing, or he's not participating in competitive Tag Pro this season. Oh, got a little caught up there. I think there might have been a little confusion as to if they were going to go 1 or 2. It looked like Bamboozler was all set to take the 1 route, and Gramps thought better of it, which is generally a good idea, especially if you have a Tag Pro lead, but it hurt him there. Bamboozler is probably the only question mark I have on this team. He was really hyped coming into last season's draft. I know Curry really wanted him, and he did spend a season working with Curry and working with Yak, but he's in the big time now. Let's see if Psychic can get to that button. Ooh, not quite. Gramps with a rare miss, but Bamboozler's there to clean up the mess. Ooh, interesting. He didn't stop to give himself a Superman. He's just pushing with the rolling bomb, and yeah. Well, actually, Dobus looks like he might. Again, they're just leaving that Tag Pro out there. That was some poor decision making. Especially if you have a rolling bomb, you don't need to try and juke your way past the button. You're facing off against one defender trying to contain you. You can just take that rolling bomb and go and get out. Chance for some redemption here, unless Psychic. Beautiful snipe. That is such a risky snipe too, because if you miss it, you chance hitting those spikes, and then it's the safer play is usually to just boost up under and try and catch up. But if you're confident, and Lord knows Psychic is one of the more confident defenders in the league, as he should be. He should have free reign to go for risky plays like that. Where is Carp finding all these Tag Pros? It's like 3 in a row. He's gonna just getting ahead there. I've been really impressed with Gramps' OD so far. Really, the whole team has been impressive. But yeah, they need to. They're kind of in a. It looks like they got a reset now, but they kind of had a little bit of a regrab chain going on there for a while. Could have been dangerous. Salt City really had some good chances to cap. I mean, it's multiple Tag Pro leads and multiple FCs with a rolling bomb. They weren't able to capitalize. That's tough. Absolutely, and I mean that's something it's the first game of the first week of the season, first 10 minutes of. I mean, you can scrim all you want, but there's really no substitute to real game action together. So I think we'll see a lot of improvement as the season goes on. But I mean, already the little things have shown up, like Bamboozler wasn't able to lead Gramps in. They had that little confusion with the button, and it looks like they're kind of struggling to set up backboards here. And part of that is Hey Bunny is an excellent defender, and she's been around for a long time. So let's see what they can do here. Yeah, he's got to circle the flag. Good. Oh, actually that works. That works as a handoff, and now he's got to tag pro and base. This might actually be a better situation. Ooh. You know, it's funny. That was one of the rare times that going one actually would have been really good because
Three,
he had
two, one.
both OD guys trapped down in the bottom corner, and I feel like Gramps probably could have snuck up through one, but regardless, it's a good half for both teams. Absolutely not, and Knockin Boost says led by their defense here. So all is right with the world.
Sorry for the delay in my commentary. Apparently I had a microphone issue. Something popped up. It was hearing me fine on Mumble, and my stream was not, but that should be corrected now.
Yeah, I got the stream up and running. I was able to hear you. So thank you to our faithful viewers who let us know about that issue. It's much appreciated.
I'd like to thank Kelvin, popping up in the channel. This is, in fact, the Knockin Boosts. Just recently changed their name. I believe today was the first day that they got it official, so Kelvin was able to put together a logo for them, and that's up on stream, so thank you, Kelvin. I really appreciate it. I'm probably going to take that and work with it a little bit and make some jerseys along those lines, so hopefully Knockin Boosts will be fully outfitted here for the next time that I stream. And here we go, just about to start the second half.
Should be interesting to see how Salt City plays. Down 1-0, you don't want to get too aggressive, but if they find themselves down with less than 5 minutes to play, we'll see if they go to a more aggressive anti-re.
Looks like they're going to get a Tag Pro and a Rolling Bomb. That's diffused. Psychic keeps the Rolling Bomb in base for the Knockin Boosts. And Sphercules pretty much is going to cancel all the grabs there. He's just holding that Tag Pro right over the flag tile.
Really surprised Sphercules didn't take that Tag Pro on offense, given that they're down a cap. Boombox is one of the toughest maps to come back on because it can be so chasey.
But Carp is out past
Carp's
two.
got an opportunity here. Let's see if he can make something happen.
Gramps, excellent OD there.
Yeah, and trying to score from 2 is always difficult. I always think it's better to go 3 or 4. Oh, nice boost by Dobus.
Yep, good job getting by Psychic there.
He's still got 3 to beat, though.
And
might try the back door. No. That gets cut off. Oh, they take out 1 OD. He's going to grab this middle pup. Oh, he needed the rolling. He got the Tag Pro. He actually might catch them sleeping. No, Ball IM gets there.
Carp needs to come back into base, but he will catch him.
Blocking. Really top-notch blocking there. You can see Hey Bunny and Sphercules are really on the same page. That was an impressive cap.
Yeah, it was.
Great patience by Dobus. You know, he didn't force it. He took his time. Kind of let the OD scramble a little bit, and then really took advantage of everyone going for power-ups. And of course the lockdown blocks from Hey Bunny and Sphercules to finish it off. All right, it's everybody's game, anybody's game now.
Yep, tied 1-0, or excuse me, 1-0 this half for Salt City, but it's 1-1 overall here, and Carp's out again.
See if he can make a move. The straight line strats work so well on Boombox, especially down in 4. If he can hit, they can hold that button for him. He's got a shot here.
Looks like Grant.
Make a move, Carp. Make a move. No, he's gonna turn around.
And this is a chance for a reset. as Dobus only has a tag pro. Not going to be able to get a grab off. Psychic, however, he frees Gramps up, but Carp with a
2 tag pros on OD, they're not gonna be able to do much.
He's going to need to take a lap here, and a long one too, as Carp is killing everyone in base. Gramps looks like he's trapped
Gramps. Up there. He's hurting his regrab now, unless he can.
No, Gramps.
See, that's the good thing about being able to juke like that is you can have a little mini brain fart and take the flag all the way back to base and just kind of juke your way out of it, easy peasy.
Carp going back into base. Now Carp's hurting his regrab here. And Psychic might be able to come in for
he can get out, because Gramps is waiting on that boost.
Oh, Ball Am swaying too hard. Ball Am swaying way too hard there. If he just contains and stayed patient, that's a return there and a cap, because Gramps had the angle there on that boost.
Yeah, he was feeling the pressure. I think he was, it's his first 18 game. I think he might be trying to push a little bit too hard to make the big play. Oh, this could be a cap. See if Gramps can save him.
Gramps getting out wonderfully.
He made a nice play there. He's also lucky that it was Dobus trying to get the return instead of Hey Bunny. I think Hey Bunny's probably the only person on that team that can solo Gramps with a cap on the line.
Bamboozler and Psychic trying to get the return.
Bamboozler getting a little risky.
And then misses the grab there.
If he misses that return, that's an easy cap for Salt City.
Psychic does a nice job getting out there.
Yeah, nice little chip block from Gramps. See if Carp can get the return for himself.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to. Psychic, if he just stayed there, has that rolling bomb. Gramps now with the juke juice. Needs to stay alive for just a couple seconds as Carp's sitting on that flag tile. Bamboozler really should have gone for the kiss there.
Looks like he changed his mind. He went for it there.
He needed to go immediately, though. That really could have hurt him. He's lucky that
Hey Bunny's got to stay alive here for a second. She looks like she's backing up. She might go for the kiss.
Psychic with the return instead, though.
If you're not going to go hard for that kiss, you just got to try and get out of base there.
And Ball AM now just has 2 to beat.
Having a defensive player on regrab.
Yep.
Unless it's Turd Ferguson.
I was about to say Turd Ferguson for offense. Hey Bunny, nice job on the return on Ball AM. Spherecules looks like he'll be able to get out here with some help from Carp. Psychic. Oh, what happened at the bottom there?
That's just an unlucky boost.
All I saw was
a little bit of a self snipe.
All I saw was a rolling bomb that got diffused, and then he was gone before he could even say anything about it.
Alright, we're down to 4 minutes here. Let's see if one team gets more aggressive than the other. So remember, we do have new rules this year.
What are those new rules for our listeners who don't know, Turd?
Let me look them up. I was there. We're doing things more hockey style. So for this season, let me just read this out. Games are played without power-ups delayed. If a 20-minute game ends with a tie, a 5-minute sudden death overtime will be played with delayed power-ups. If the game is still tied after this 5-minute overtime period, the game ends in a tie. Looks like we might not have to worry about this now.
As Carp has a nice job, he gets a rolling bomb down there in the bottom and is able to get there. But Psychic, nice positioning. Gramps and Ball Am on O now. They need to get out of there. Ball Am's coming back to D, it looks like. He didn't really try to get out there.
And it looks like Knockin Boosts might be the ones scrambling to get on anti-re here. But if they can tie it up and it does go to overtime, both teams will receive 1 point. The winner, if there is a winner in the sudden death overtime, that team will snag the second point. So we are doing it hockey style. Except there's no shootout if they're still playing.
Oh, Bamboozler goes too hard, and this is going to be another cap.
That might be the clincher right there.
Really
Two cap lead, 2 minutes left. That's going to be tough to overcome.
Especially on Boombox. Gramps needs to abandon that path right now. As anyone could have seen that coming from a mile away. There comes the return as well. Yeah, but I don't see this happening. They need to get 2 caps to tie it up, and it's just not. They just haven't had the offense, and Carp's done an excellent job really carrying the carrying Salt City here.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with their resilience. I mean, the first few minutes of that first half, it really looked like Knockin Boost was going to walk away with this game.
Boozler needed to grab there. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know if he was just waiting and assumed that Gramps would grab for some reason.
All right,
his inexperience is showing, though.
Balayam really needs to get that return.
No one went for the button.
That was all they needed. The button
That's
is
what
an
they
instant
needed.
cap.
Gramps. Now Bamboozler has to stay alive. Yeah, Gramps went for the kill with the Tag Pro instead of just taking the button out. He'd cleared enough space with the Tag Pro lead that they really only needed to worry about the FC and not the other chaser at that point. But that's a hard read to make in a split-second decision.
Balayam has really been over-swinging on Carp this whole time. I mean, I've seen him do it a bunch. It's just swings way too hard.
He's had a tough half. First half, he had double-digit returns. Right now, he's only got 4, so we can see he's struggling a lot more. But looking at the stats, they have Psychic and Balayam combined only have about a minute and a half of prevent, so they've really had a tough time keeping the flag in base, and when you turn things into a chase fest on Boombox, it's really hard to win.
Gramps needs to try to get out by himself. I don't think he can here. And that's gonna close down this half.
It's gonna do it. Carp is the MVP of this matchup for me. I mean, he had, especially in this second half, he had one cap and over 3 minutes of hold. That 3 minutes of hold is the big difference. And really, Dobus and Carp did an amazing job controlling power-ups. They had 15 power-ups combined between the two of them.
Yeah, and the entire team of Knockin Boosts only had 13. Oh no, not even 13. 12. Yeah, 12.
One for Bamboozler, one for Balayam. That's not enough. You got to have more than one power up between your
offense.
Well, I guess one of them's defense and one of them's offense. But yeah, you gotta do a better job than that. You can't have 2 guys with fewer than 3 or 4 pups. You really can't let the opponent's offense end up with 15 power-ups. That's really tough. And that makes sense now, looking at the prevent numbers, if they're constantly coming in with rolling bombs and tag pros and juke juices. I can see why they were getting out of base so easily.
Yeah, I mean, 4 total power-ups between both of your offense and Bamboozler and Gramps is not really a good number on Boombox when there's a total of 30 pups in the 10 minutes that you should be getting.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we'll move on to Iron. This should be an interesting matchup. We'll see if Knockin Boosts can bounce back here. I mean, that last game was really a tale of 2 halves. It was the best of times and it was the worst of times. Unfortunately for Knockin Boosts, it was the worst of times when it mattered the most. So
yeah, Knockin Boost, even when they had control in that first half, weren't really getting a lot of caps out of it. I mean, only one. A lot of opportunities that they had, and they just missed them.
Yeah. The first 5 minutes of that first half, I really thought Knockin Boost controlled play. You see that a lot, though, especially in Tag Pro. If a team can weather that initial storm and keep it to like a 1 or a 2 cap differential, it really strengthens their resolve, and it can really help them make a comeback. And I think that's what we saw here with Salt City. They took Knockin' Boost's best punch right on the jaw, and they got back up, dusted themselves off, and went out and won the game. And we'll see if Knockin' Boost can do something similar and try to secure a split here. Just looking through this wire thread here, lots of downvotes. Just a reminder to all our viewers, try not to downvote every single wire post in the thread.
Just some man sevens.
It is absolutely just some man sevens. To be fair, he did make me do CSVs for our team, and then he told me he wasn't going to do a wire post, and then he logged off with Mumble, so I started doing one, and then apparently he decided he was going to do one after all, so get good. Looking at some scores from around the league, doesn't look like we have too many results in here. I'd say the biggest surprise of the day for me is Gate Registration getting a massive sweep over Thundercaps, 6-3, and then 4-3. I don't think anyone saw this one coming. I mean, looking at this, we have. You'd really think that the combination of Garg and Honeybear would be dominant, but it just wasn't to be.
I mean, Honeybear was MLTP.
He was a majors captain, not even 2 seasons ago. So I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. Elsewhere in the league, blocked Cap Spa split with Soviet Ballers. Soviets took game 1 5-1. Blocked the Cap Spa, took game 2 5-4.
And if you'd like to see a replay of that, you could look at my past broadcasts, and that'll be put up on YouTube pretty shortly here.
As a participant in that game, I can say it was extremely exciting. Not so much Boombox, but the Iron game. The Soviets had a furious rally at the very end of the game to try and come back and win it. Fell just short, but some exciting moments there. The only other result here I'm seeing is Ball Zone Parades swept the Whitecaps with 3-1 and 6-3 victories. So we will keep you posted as we once we reach halftime of game 2 here.
And we're just about to start here.
3, 2.
Whoever gets that tag pro in the middle is going to have a huge advantage.
And it looks like Hey Bunny's going to get it.
See if she takes it on offense.
She does.
She does. This could be an early cap situation. Oh, nice defusal by Gramps. He's going to use that juke juice, but Carp's still going to get out.
But that tag pro is not
a... Dobus, can they hold the block? No, they cannot.
Psychic could be outbuttoned here through Gramps. Could have gone. Should have gone 10 seconds.
You gotta trust the juke juice blocking on the button.
That should be a
Bunny
trap.
Sneaks in there. That's a really nice. That's the type of thing that's not going to show up in the box score, but that's a really nice little block by Dobus PR. I'm really impressed with his play here today.
Yeah, there was no trust there on Psychic from Gramps, so he needed to trust him there.
I'm really surprised. I mean, they played a full season together. You got to know that. You know, Gramps is a good blocker to begin with, and if you give him a juke juice to hold on the button, he can hold you there for, the entire 20 seconds that the juke juice is up. So, a little surprising there. Might be a little flustered after giving up the lead last game. Not really sure. Some early season jitters, perhaps. See if Dobus can juke out 2 people.
Can't.
No, it's really difficult to do on Iron. This is a tough map to get out if you're solo grabbing. Hey Bunny with a nice little middle finger macro there. Keep it classy, hey.
Gramps had a nice little kill there on Dobus, just for funs. Bamboo's their nice block on Hey Bunny. All Gramps has to do is get by Spherecules.
Oh, Spherecules, you gotta back up a little bit there. He got caught flat-footed. That's such a tough situation to be in as a young defender. How to contain when you're in that middle portion of the map. Oh, hey buddy, it's a little too risky.
Gramps gonna try to get Bamboozler a little further.
So
Bamboozler has a chance
the thing
here.
on Iron, if you're trying to contain, you can't both be aggressive, and that's what they did.
I hear.
Psychic steals the
Oh
round,
no!
they almost capped it anyway. My goodness, what a wasted opportunity. Psychic. That's his second gaff of this game here. Let's see if he can make up for it here with some returns.
Gramps coming down, taking re, but Dobus is out now, and Psychic gets pinned by Hey Bunny there.
Just a little PSA to the audience: if you're ever in the group, all I am, you gotta take that button. I don't. Some real mental mistakes here for Knockin' Boosts. That was a completely uncontested button, and Ball I Am decided to bomb himself out.
Yeah, Gramps has got to be not happy with this so far. Dobus waiting on the button. That's not happening there.
A little hopeful with a tag pro on defense. So yeah, just a little PSA to you folks there in the audience. If you ever find yourself spectating any League Tag Pro game, don't type in group chat during game. It's incredibly aggravating. I'm pretty sure it's actually against the rules. You will get banned, and PK will molest you, so just don't do it.
Yeah, it looks like they may
I
have
say
been
that
banned.
now. Yes, rightfully so.
Psychic trying to sneak by Dobus. He won't. Bamboozler with a nice block on Sphercules, and he gets the pop.
Great read there on Gramps, too. Kind of surprised Gramps just didn't use the spikes to his advantage.
Time as well. Psychic.
He tried to get a little too flashy there with his jukes.
Bamboozler.
Gramps back in his natural position on D. Oh, that was short-lived.
Psychic needs to... Psychic did not get a single person with that tag pro. Gotta be disappointed.
He's had a rough start to this half. Let's see if he can shake it off. As our prophet, Taylor Swift, would say.
Maybe he has some bad blood.
I tell you what, he's sure leaving a blank space on this tag pro map. That's it. I can't do any more Taylor Swift references.
I could go to Katy Perry.
Oh, what a move by Bamboozler!
That was...
Katie, he's really... They're hearing him roar.
Graham's going to get the tag pro. This,
Oh, let's see if he can cut...
No!
A hair too late on the tag pro. That would have been an amazing cap. That would have been an early contender for cap of the season. Or at least a top 10 contender for week 1. Bamboozler shaking off 2 defenders on a solo grab. And the amazing block. This could be a cap if Gramps can hit the corner. Not quite.
Oh.
And now Psychic needs to stay alive. Oh, he's lucky he got that boost spawn.
Bamboozler may be able to get out here, but he's going to be pinned in base. Bamboozler just working.
Getting a little bit of an overcommit. And the overcommit from Sphercules allows Bamboozler to get out.
Psychic! Psychic! What are you doing? What are you doing, Psychic?
Oh, no!
Oh, man, this is...
He's missing these harder than Blair Walsh. My goodness.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Vikings fans.
Sorry, any Vikings fans in the chat. I hope you, had your daily amount of booze that is required in Minnesota. And Gramps using Bamboozler as a return machine.
And I tell you what, man. The communication just is not here right now for Gramps' squad.
Yeah, there's
too many mental mistakes and too many miscommunications.
I'm really disappointed with Psychic's
He's gonna get
performance
it.
here.
Oh, Dobus probably, Card probably could have gotten out on the button there.
Psychic really needs to pick something up. Something's not clicking for him.
Yeah.
There was no need for him to hold that button. Gramps should have told him he was out top. And knowing how much Gramps talks, I guarantee you he did.
Well, we'll see if they can come back from it. I mean, that's the thing with Iron. It's such an unforgiving map. The smallest mistake can easily have you punished by a cap. I will say this, though. After all the mistakes they've made and how poorly they've played this half, they're still only down 1 cap so far, which really kind of bodes well for them. It reminds me a lot of the first half of Game 1, where Salt City was thoroughly outplayed, but only down by a cap at halftime, so we'll see how it goes.
And a full reset here for both squads. Gramps saying F value. Do you know the reasoning behind the F value?
I don't. I'm not a nerd, so I couldn't tell you. Something to do with math, I guess. I'm not really sure.
I'm not either. We'll have to talk to Gramps and see what he says. Dobus with the Tag Pro. This could be a way for Carp to get out, but Ball I am.
Dobus has to be a little more patient with that Tag Pro. You got to circle the flag. Clear out. You want to clear out at least a full tile on each side. He makes up for it with a great grab there to get out. Oh, and he jukes Gramps with the juke juice. Juking the juice. What a glorious cap.
Yeah, that
really impressive stuff there from Dobus.
Gramps really needed to just stay patient. Couldn't.
I think he might have gotten a little overconfident, which is easy to do when you have a juke juice on OD. It's super easy to overcommit.
Ball I am lining up a snipe on Carp. He gets it. And Dobus is past 2 already. Past 3. Bamboozler's going to get blocked out. This is another cap. It's all falling apart now for the Knockin boosts.
What they need right now is they need to get 1 cap here before halftime. They desperately need a cap.
Absolutely.
That would be a huge boost for them going into the half if they can get 1 back and say, all right, we're down 2. Oh, they almost had it. They came so close. I really thought they were going to get 1 there, but Dobus is there to crush their dreams. He almost gets the split too.
Yeah.
All right, looks like it's going to be 3-0 going into the half. That's a tough uphill climb for Knockin boosts. I'll tell you that right now. It is a long ways to go on a map like Iron. Really impressed by Salt City though. They've really had their stuff together here. Another update here from the league scoreboard. Looks like 21 Juke Street and Warden and the Inmates split their matchup. Warden and the Inmates took the first game 3-2 in overtime, and 21 Juke Street took the second game 7-4 in regulation. So that means 21 Juke Street now has 3 points as they pick up 1 point in their overtime loss. And I gotta say, I really like this new system. The overtime loss system versus just having straight up ties after regulation. I think it'll be an interesting little wrinkle, and you'll see fewer teams, playing for the tie, knowing that, there's another point to be had. So we'll see how it goes. But it's an interesting little wrinkle for the rest of the season.
All right, there's a couple of subs here for Knockin' Boosts as Gramps and Ball-I-Am both come out, and Ballo Crusher and Calvin Ball come in. I'm a little surprised Gramps didn't have Psychic move out.
Yeah, I was going to say Ball-I-Am was not the problem in that first half. Really surprised that they're sticking with Psychic here. Really surprised that Gramps is benching himself. He didn't have the best half, but I still think he's their best option to come back. So,
and here we go, just about to start this final half. Salt City has a 3-0 lead on Knockin' Boosts, so...
wow, Salt City really lucking out with those spawns. They should be able to grab this rolling bob mid.
3, 2.
Yep, they definitely have the path. You could tell that Knockin' Boosts weren't going to get it. Ballo Crusher, though, gets the defusal on Dobus, so at least they don't have two rolling bombs coming in. Dobus with a nice block on the inside on Psychic. And
Dobus needs to just sit back and get regrabbed there. You're up 3 caps. There's no need to open field block without attack pro. Ooh, almost. He worked the angles there. Couldn't quite sneak it in.
yeah, I really don't feel comfortable in this pairing for the Knockin' Boosts, but Dobus doesn't feel comfortable in himself carrying the flag, so yeah,
we'll see what happens.
This should be a cap for Carp.
Oh, that might do it. Well, that'll certainly help. So, Psychic is playing defense or offense? I saw him
He's
on the
defense,
offensive side of the...
as far as I'm aware.
They're keeping him on D, okay. So they're going with an entirely new offensive pairing here, I guess.
It appears so. I think Ballo Crusher and Bamboozler, and they lost 2 of those 3 pup battles. Psychic with the flag, maybe he switched to offense?
Could be. I can't tell if this is due to positioning or if it's just a full switch.
Nope, it was positioning.
Okay, just temporary. Okay. Interested to see how Calvin Ball does here. I don't really have any knowledge of him as a player. I don't know if he played NLTP last season or if he's a rookie or what.
I believe he played NLTP last season, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, just there's no connection here.
Oof. Yeah, they're getting a little discombobulated. They let Dobus and Carp get that backboard with the bomb set up a little bit too easily.
Ballo Crusher going to get a rolling bomb. Need to pick that up quick. I don't know why he's delaying there. It's really odd. Calvin Ball should grab that button, or at least pop Hey Bunny. Well, he does get a return. Should kiss here for the with the tag pro. Nope. And that should be a cap. Nice job by them. Way to prove me wrong, guys.
No, that was still poor execution on their part. I think they just got a little fortunate with the bounces. Still, a good cap, and they're on the board here.
Hey Bunny with the flag, coming on tempo. Jukes Calvin Ball for a second, but he recovers pretty quick. Bamboozler trying to get out, won't. Ballo Crusher now. Looks like he's about to get returned.
Can't be grabbing without a partner on iron. That's way too risky.
Not unless there's only one in base and you get him on an angle.
Which he did not.
No. Again, pup battles being won left and right by Parks and Rec.
Salt City wins all 3 power-ups.
My apologies.
Yeah, the former Parks and Rec.
That is right.
And they're out ahead of 3 right off the bat.
Dobus.
There should be a cap coming in with a juke juice.
Dobus,
and that's going to make it 5-1.
Yep. Dobus, that was a little odd in my opinion for Dobus. I think, I mean, you don't know how blocks are set up, I guess, because we can't hear the communication, but it's likely they told them, hey, we have blocks, go back for re, so. Bamboozler.
Yeah, I'd say that's the case. And situationally, it would have been nice to have a Tag Pro lead, but they're already up 3 caps, and I think it was just a matter of them playing it safe and knowing that their FC was experienced and already had a Juke Juice. They probably trusted Carp to get past the one remaining OD with a Juke Juice.
Follow Crusher looking for that.
Oh, good idea. Poor execution. Got to be a little stronger on that button.
Bamboozler going to pick up a Juke Juice. Trying to get by Carp. He will, but Hey Bunny with the Juke Juice as well. Gets a return. And now Sphercules with a Tag Pro lead. Follow Crusher going to try to get out. He will be pretty easily here. But Carp cuts him off, makes him change direction. Calvin, they need to talk. There's a serious lack of communication happening here, and it's pretty visible.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. This seems like the type of lineup you'd put in if you're down, 7 or 8 caps, and you just want to get some get these guys some A-team experience. If you're down 3 caps, you cannot bench yourself as Gramps. I don't know, maybe he's having technical. You gotta get the button. Get the button. Oh my goodness, this is starting to get ugly, folks. Yeah, I don't know if Gramps is having technical issues, if he was lagging out, but I just don't see any reason on earth he would bench himself. And really, what was still a very much a winnable game in a situation in which you can definitely come back.
Calvin with a pretty poor defusal there.
You can't give up the rolling bomb that easily. If anything, you know your partner's dead. You got to back off a little bit and maybe take a little mini lap until your partner gets back, and you can try and set something up. I mean, he still had 15 seconds left on that rolling bomb. You can't just rush into base and give it up like that.
Yeah, this game on Iron has not been really even as close as the scoreboard looks.
No, not at all. Really disappointing performance here from Knockin Boosts. I'm honestly a little surprised Gramps didn't call a timeout in the early going and sub himself back in. I don't know if he just wants to get these guys some experience or if he's maybe having some lag issues or what, but...
Do you know what I'm most disappointed in here, though, Turd?
What?
The thing I'm most disappointed in is the fact that Salt City and Knockin Boosts have not really been changing sides effectively. I've been having such trouble keeping track of their logos here in stream because they haven't changed sides properly.
The struggle is real.
It is.
I mean,
indeed.
you have it right on stream now.
Yeah, I know. I just fixed it because I realized it was wrong. Because I change it after every half because you're supposed to change every half, but
right.
They did not change last half, so I guess,
They just like making your life difficult.
Yeah, they think it's funny.
For our viewers out there, this one goes out to Clutchin, who was asking what the score of the first game was. It was 3-1 in favor of Salt City. And as it stands, Salt City is up 5-1 in this second game and appear to be cruising towards a clean sweep.
And with 2 minutes and 28 seconds left and 4 caps needed, you just don't see that happening here with the way that Knockin Boosts has played so far.
It would take a radical change. At this point, I'm willing to say it would take a complete collapse by Salt City to give up this lead. I mean, stranger things have happened for sure, but I would be very surprised.
Hey Bunny doing a nice juke there in the middle of the spikes. Bamboozler and Psychic cannot corral her.
Nice job by Calvin Ball just to get the kiss, as the chasers were clearly not going to make it happen.
Follow Crusher past.
All right, they gotta get aggressive with this tag pro.
Yep, and they're not.
And no. Just seeing a real lack of execution.
Psychic has just wasted that tag pro there that they needed desperately to get any sort of momentum on their side.
Yeah, really surprised with his performance. A little disappointed. I thought he held it down pretty well on Boombox. He certainly wasn't the problem in that game. But the wheels kind of fell off here on Iron.
Yeah, Bamboozler not pairing well offensively with Ballo either.
No, not at all. Yeah, looking at the stats here, Bamboozler and Ballo have combined for 7 power-ups, which isn't terrible. Both of them have a very high amount of grabs with not much hold. Ballo does have the 1 cap to his name. Oh, and they get gated for the near cap there. Ballo saves it. Chance for a
return for cap here.
For a cap to pretty up the score a little bit.
There you go. They'll end this half at least tied because I don't see a cap in the next 6 seconds.
3.
And here it is.
If they can get the kept flag, they'll win by default, though. And that does it. Looks like our final score here is going to be Knockin Boosts 2,000,002 and Salt City 5. So, no, just kidding. It's Salt City 5 and Knockin Boosts 2. Unfortunately, the kept flag rule does not actually apply in real life.
But in scrims, it's the most important
rule.
But
in scrims, it is by far... there's a reason my scrim record is so good, is because I always make sure to grab that kept flag at the end of the game.
Alright, well thank you all for joining us. This has been NLTP Season 6, Week 1, the Knockin Boost versus Salt City. And Salt City comes away with a 3-1 victory in Boombox and a 5-2 victory in Iron. Clean sweep of the Knockin Boosts. I'd like to thank everyone for showing up, and I'd like to thank my co-commentator, Turd Ferguson, for joining me here today.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for having me. I always like talking about Tag Pro.
Alright, so until the next week, this is the Second Sin.